Welcome to Dark Knight Films Reviews. I'm your host, Matt Spease, and today, because of your rankings and my poll that I did, today we are looking at Fright Night 2011. You all wanted to see this one, apparently, because it's got the most votes on my poll to see what I was going to do next. So, here we go. Fright Night 2011 was directed by Craig Gillespie and stars Colin Farrell, Anton Yelchin, Christopher Mintz-Plasse, David Tennent, Imogen Poots, Toni Collette, Emily Montague, Sandra Vargara, Dave Franco, Reid Ewing, Denton, and Chris Sarandon. Now, I went and seen this movie just like I did the 1985 original in the theaters when it first came out. And I, being the huge fan of the 1985 film, went into that film just hoping and praying that they didn't mess this thing up. And thankfully, they did not. Colin Farrell as Jerry Dandridge. Yes, it's a far cry from the charismatic character that he was in the original film. This version, Colin Farrell's version of the character, is more like a vampire serial killer combination. And he is much more sinister and freaky as opposed to the seductive and, charismatic Chris Sarandon. And man, Anton Yelchin, this guy is just a shame because of that accident that he is no longer with us, because, this actor was so good. His portrayal here of Charlie Brewster, I thought William Ragsdale made me feel for his character, and I got behind him. And Anton, he just makes me... He makes me feel for him, and I'm totally on his side in this film. He is so charismatic, and he is so cool in this role. Now, Christopher Mintz-Plasse as Ed. I will say that I think his acting in this film is better than our Ed in the original film, Stephen Jeffries. And he does get a little bit of a better character development in a way. But what's disappointing and what's bad about that is he starts off really good. He's going like this as a character in this. And then Jerry goes after him, bites him, turns him into a vampire, and he's just completely out of it. And we don't see him again until the attack. I would say a good maybe 20 minutes later. Maybe more. in the original movie, when Ed gets attacked by Jerry and gets turned into a freaking vampire, I mean, almost the next scene after that, he's a vampire and he's going after Peter. Now, David Tennant as Peter Vincent is much like Colin Farrell's Jerry Dandridge. He gives a very different version of Peter Vincent than what we got. Instead of being the old TV show style host, he is now a big stage magician character, very similar to a Chris Angel kind of a character or something like that. And at first, when I first saw the movie in the theaters, and this character makes his appearance, I was skeptical. But then he does that whole cool fucking scene where he pulls the wig off.
Huh? They're all right, eh? Oh, leather, it doesn't breathe, you know. Fucking rashes are fucking killing me.
That was just I fell in love with that character at that point. Yes, it is not Peter Vincent that we know and love from the 1985 movie, but this is its own thing, and that is what I love about this movie. Imogen Poots as Amy Peterson. In many respects, she's very much similar to the way the character was in 1985, except instead of being just this standard little girlfriend character, she's the popular girl. And Imogen is so hot playing this character. She's just so good in here. The cute little things she does, the charisma between her and Anton as Charlie and Amy together, when I mean, their chemistry is off the charts. They were great in this film together. And then you got Toni Collette playing Jane Brewster. And this is a huge step up from the TV sitcom Judy Brewster from the 1985 movie. This is one thing where it nailed it I said Ed was good in performance, but it doesn't so much make him better than Ed in the original 1985 film. This, Judy's way the hell down here. Jane Brewster, Toni Collette's version, is way the fuck up here. She was awesome. I loved her performance in this.
The authorities, but I will. I have no choice. He's sick. He's deluded.
Please. Go get the authorities.
She was great. Supporting characters, you had Emily Montague as Doris. I mean, she's cute. She had a cool little sequence where Charlie rescues her and.
Thank you.
I was shocked by that in the theaters, and I loved the way that Jerry knows exactly what's going to happen. He lets them leave. He knows Charlie's there, and he just lets them leave, and he walks up as they're walking out, kind of with a smile on his face, knowing she's not going very far. Really cool. Sandra Vargara has Ginger. I mean, I really liked her scenes with David Tennant's Peter Vincent, and I thought it's a missed opportunity that when Jerry and Ed attack and try and go after Charlie, Amy, and Peter, I thought that it was a missed opportunity that Ginger should have been attacked and turned, and then I think it should have been her going after Peter. It would have been such an interesting and cool thing, seeing her go from this really supportive and good partner to him, but they have these cool little clashes with each other.
I'm watching my program. You get it. You're TiVoing it, you lazy cow. Come on.
And then have her come in and that poor, supportive, but clashing thing. She's now on Jerry's side, and she's trying to kill him. I thought it should have been her. I mean, he should have gotten her and sent her instead of Ed after Peter. I mean, that was a missed opportunity there. Dave Franco and Reid Ewing as Mark and Ben. I mean, they're okay. I mean, they're basically just goofy ass bully characters, which I don't give a shit about bullies, but I mean, they're good for what they're there for, I guess. And of course, there's Denton as Adam, the other friend of Charlie and Ed's, which he doesn't get as much screen time, but he's good in that little tense moment at the beginning that he's featured in. Not bad. And then we come to Chris Sarandon's little cameo appearance in here as JD. As just a cool name for his character, just to, JD. JAYDEE. But think about it. JD, Jerry Dandridge. But his little cameo here is really, it's funny. He rams into the back of Toni, Collette, and Anton and Imogen in the car when they're trying to escape from Colin Farrell and everything, and he ends up getting bit by Colin Farrell, and it's pretty fucking cool. So Jerry Dandridge from 1985 gets attacked by Jerry Dandridge in 2011. It was very satisfying. I mean, it's really cool seeing him coming in and playing a different character in there and doing that. Wasn't expected when I went into the theaters and saw it either. So whenever I saw him in there, I was like, holy shit, that's Chris Sarandon. You know. So, yeah. Nice touch, Craig Gillespie. That was a nice touch. But, yeah, the whole storyline here is... It has some of the same beats as the original movie in some ways, but it does its own little thing with certain parts of it, and it just makes it totally worth watching. Because it is, at the end of the day, it is its own film. It takes what worked with 1985 and does its own little things with it. Does it do it better? I wouldn't say that. Does it do it worse? I wouldn't say that either. It goes in a different direction. It does its own thing with it. And it works both ways. That's the cool thing about a remake. If you do it right, it can exist as a parallel universe version of that idea. And that's why I think this is one of the better remakes. So, my review of Fright Night 2011. I will give this film an 8.5 out of 10. It doesn't quite hit that spot where 1985 is, but it came damn close. Damn good film. If you have not seen it, I would highly recommend seeing it. And if you haven't seen the original, watch them both, you know. But please, please, ignore that stupid fucking sequel from 1989. And ignore that stupid fucking sequel that supposedly follows this film. Fright Night Part 2. Bullshit. All it was a frickin' remake of this film with a lackluster storyline that wasn't near as good and a shitty cast that wasn't near as good as this one's. Yeah. Ignore that one. Because I sure as fuck am. You will not see me review that Fright Night Part 2. I reviewed the 1989 Fright Night Part 2. But this other Fright Night Part 2, yeah, fuck that movie. That's not getting a review from me. So, what did you think? Do you agree with my rating of this film? Let me know in the comments down below. And if you like this review, don't forget to like, share, and subscribe, because it really does help my channel out a lot. And, as usual, come back again next time. I'm going to keep doing these, and I hope you're enjoying them. Thank you for watching.